Where's your devotion?
Hi Taurus, welcome to Maddie Tarot. I'm Maddie, and today we're going to be doing a general reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements for November 15th through the 30th, 2022. This is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everybody from front to back. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. You may need to swap roles. I am just reading energy, so I'm doing my best to decipher a story from the messages. I could be talking about you, your person, another individual, or party at any time throughout the reading. So swap roles as necessary, and do not stretch or overextend yourself to make it fit. If it's not your story, it's not your story. And do check your other placements because your messages could be there, okay? I have already cleansed the space, cleansed the decks, pre-shuffled, and meditated on the collective conscious of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. So, what does Taurus need to know? What does Taurus need to know? Let's see. Taurus. Messages for Taurus. Alrighty. So one card for you, Taurus. You've got the King of Swords. And for the person on Taurus's mind, the Five of Swords. Past energy. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of Swords. And present energy. The High Priestess. Intuition. Oh! Intuition, you got the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups. Double five. Okay. And challenge. Challenge is the Four of Pentacles. Advice. The Devil. And person on Taurus's mind, what they're thinking, what they're feeling, and their next move. The Six of Swords. A lot of swords here. Bias and caution. Bias and caution for Taurus. Seven of Pentacles. And guidance for Taurus. The Three of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the Four of Wands. No. Yeah, the Four of Wands. It's a little, I couldn't tell if that was four, but I see it now. Okay, Four of Wands. Anyway, so, oh, crystal card for y'all. Let's see. Preciolite. 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 All right. So, courage and confidence are what this stone brings. Boosting those qualities will manifest your goals and strengthen your motivation. Preciolite turns negative energies into positive ones. Once you've bathed in a positive light, all good things can happen. So I'm getting here that you are coming forward with something, stepping into your light, stepping into the light of awareness, and really transmuting a negative experience or maybe a negative self-belief, or simply just, coming, like I said, coming into a light of awareness in regard to what a connection means to you, or something else important in your life at this time. So let's get into this reading and really see. So the King of Swords here is on your end, and excuse me. What I'm getting here is that you're really thinking logically about something at this time. And it's probably what is difficult about this moment and finding clarity here. This is clarified by the Hanged Muse. You're really trying to get out of your head in regard to something that has happened with a person. And you're coming to see a new perspective. Clarify the Five of Swords here for the person on Taurus's mind. Seven of Emotions. Clarify the Seven of Swords in the past energy. Justice. Clarify the High Priestess in the present energy. High Priestess clarified by the Tower. Right. Okay, so Taurus, you've got some mental obstacles you're trying to get around at this time to see a new perspective and help you release something, like I was saying. You've got on your person's energy, you may think that this person could be treating you like an option, or this person is largely in a daydream, and you think that like you are trying to make you guys got in a fight in regard to something. They're being hostile. You are trying to make sense of what this conflict was about, and you think maybe originally you thought this person was just kind of, so for daydream I'm getting like maybe you thought this person was kind of like, you're like, okay, like I don't see it that way at all. I do not accept your perspective. Maybe you didn't say that, but you're like, I don't know how you can see it any other way than what I'm saying or what I'm seeing. And it's like perception is reality, really. So there's a deep web of understanding and like experiences that go into our perceptions, and what one thing means to somebody doesn't mean that to the other person. So it's like communication is key, and then negotiating and compromising is very essential. But I'm getting here that this person could be treating you like an option, and that caused some hostile energy, and you're trying to make sense of that, or you had some sort of conflict with them and didn't see eye to eye, and you think like they're being outlandish or ridiculous in some way. In the past here, there was some sort of trickery or deception that went on. This possibly could be somebody being unfaithful, but what I'm getting more from this is that somebody was in denial about something. So somebody was not seeing something clearly, or there was some hidden part of this connection. But it looks like justice has come in to level the scales, and it looks like all that's dark is coming to light, which is in this moment why the High Priestess is here with the Tower. So the High Priestess is about a higher knowing. It's about things in the subconscious mind that come forward, and like we maybe see glimpses of them, and it's like intuitively we figure these things out as we go through our experiences in life. There's a Tower moment that's being facilitated due to some intuitive message that's coming in. And maybe this is where you're having trouble breaking out of the mind, ego, King of Swords, with like the logical way of thinking, and you're trying to see a different perspective with the Hanged Man here, Hanged Muse, clarifying. So in regard to this with this person, so your intuition's telling you that this conflict that your person got the Five of Swords up here, right? And then in your intuition you got the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups. So there's triple five right there, and your the current energy is the Tower moment with the High Priestess. So what I'm getting here is like you're having some sort of intuitive message and coming to a realization that you're starting to see a new perspective that maybe you thought this person was seeing incorrectly. Maybe you're coming to realize that this Five of Swords energy is actually a projection, because you got the Five of Wands, and that's more of that can be conflict with other people, but it's more of an internal conflict. And maybe you're starting to see that, oh, maybe I wasn't seeing this correctly. This could be swapped, so this could be your person realizing this about something with you, but either way, you're having to grieve something, the loss of something. And so when we let go and when we have to release something and we're starting to see new perspectives, that means we must shed an old part of us. So that's what I'm getting here with the Five of Cups and the Five of Wands. And clarified by awakening, yeah. So you're taking accountability. You're looking and you're opening your eyes. You're coming into realization, coming into your light. Like I said in the beginning, you got the Four of Pentacles. That's your challenge. Holding on to something. Your challenge is letting this go, whatever this may be. This could be some way of thinking in regard to your person, some sort of conflict that happened with them. What I'm getting here is really it's about a part of yourself that you were insecure about. You didn't realize you were maybe projecting this. And again, maybe this is something that you've been accused of by your person and it's actually them having to release this. But either way, Four of Pentacles, you're letting go of something. The Five of Swords, again, you guys got a lot of fives here. Yeah, you're holding on to this fight that happened and you're it's like it hurt. And it's hard to accept maybe that was a projection. Maybe that was something coming within you. Maybe that wound was inflicted prior to meeting this person. Your advice is the Devil here. So what I'm getting here is, based on the rest of the reading, your advice here is to confront this within you. Confront this limiting belief, this pattern of thinking or behavior or some sort of addiction that not necessarily to any sort of substance, but maybe maybe it's a really important part of you. I'm getting here like there's some sort of pain that you're trying to, yeah, Eight of Wands is clarifying, so it needs to change. There's some sort of pain that you're holding on to that you maybe didn't realize that you've somewhat romanticized. And what I mean by that is sometimes we make pain such a big part of our identity. Before I go on, sorry, clarify the Six of Swords for me. The Page of Inspiration. So we make pain such a big part of our identity and we don't realize it because we say, I am, instead of I feel. And so over time, we really identify with these things. I am hurt, I am sad, I am broken, blah, 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 whatever it may be. We don't realize that we're integrating it and weaving it into our identity. So when we go to let go of these things, we want to let go of them, but we are holding on so tightly, we've made it a part of us. To let go of it means to lose a piece of us. And then we feel so almost empty without it. And this is largely subconscious. So when we struggle to let go, it's usually because we've integrated it or interwoven it into a story about who we are. We've made it. You are not your pain, first of all. So yes, your stories about your pain taught you lessons. They built you up, your character. They build up who you have become today, but you are not that pain. And a lot of times letting go, we struggle forgiving, we struggle to grow and really let go of these things because letting go of them means letting go of a piece of us. It's such a vital part of our story. We've interwoven it into everything. So that's really what I'm getting here, is that you're having trouble kind of doing that, but you're in the process of doing it. Because look, there's the Judgment here, or awakening. You're opening up to this. You're seeing this conflict, Five of Wands, that was projected onto the other person as the Five of Swords, and you're having to grieve it. Grieve the loss of something, a loss of a piece of you. It's not a piece that serves you anymore. So keep that in mind. At one point it was useful and it no longer serves you. So you must let it go. You need to stop holding on to the external conflict that happened. Five of Voices here with your person. This coincides with the Five of Swords in their energy. Stop holding on to the conflict externally that happened, the exchange, and start looking inward and understanding that that pain, that button that was pressed, existed within you before. So you need to address this. Address this internally, and your advice here is saying to bring about change. Bring about change, tell yourself a different story about the past, of what it means. Go inward, comfort that part of yourself, that was wounded, and give yourself a break. Pat yourself on the back. We all have to do this, and sometimes, we have to really just not get so down on ourselves. We have patterns, we have ways of behaving, we have ways of thinking that pile on and compound and keep going, and we are very much creatures of nature, of our nature. So like individual nature, I mean. So, give yourself a break and go easy on yourself. Your person, their next move here, the Six of Swords. Um, this might have caused quite a rift between you two, because I see them transitioning and moving on and following some new. So, no, 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 I'm sorry. What I'm getting here, they're transitioning and moving on from this conflict with you. The Page of Inspiration here is a newfound um, excitement that they're ready to explore with you. So it looks like this person is open and receptive to this reconciliation or this time that you guys are traversing together. Okay, so that's good. I do get good energy from your person, and it looks like you guys are going to be, excuse me, working together. Your guidance is to at least collaborate and work together. So we'll get to that in a second. Your bias here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of Pentacles. Your bias here is in regard to what you bring and give to this connection. So it's like, of course, we all like. I'm sure you bring a lot to the table, of course, but we have a tendency to in relationships to think we're doing more, even if we're really, really, really not. And I'm not saying that you're not doing enough. What I'm saying though is that this is where communication really comes in. You got to talk to your person and understand what's important to them may not be as important to you. So when somebody does one thing, that may be a really big deal for them, and that may be them showing up, and that may be them going all out for you, and that may be them showing, you know, they're really trying, and then you turn around and maybe because thing didn't mean as much to you or whatever it may be, and you say something like, I wish you would, I wish you would show up for me more, or I wish you would support me more. First of all, don't say it like that. Say, I feel like I don't get um, enough time with you, and I would really enjoy if we were able to have more quality time, and so I could feel more supported by you. I'm feeling a bit lonely and unsupported at this time. So you see how we're not blaming anybody. But anyway, what I'm saying though is that you could turn around and say, you're not doing enough, blah 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 blah, and this person's like already thinking like, I'm already doing so much because that thing meant so much more to them than it does to you. Again, perception's reality. So when we know these things about each other, communication about them, if you know this person, this is a really big deal to them, that then starts to mean more to you because you understand that that person's going out of their comfort zone, going out of their way, they're really pushing themselves. And when you know that's the intention and that's what it takes for them to do that behind that action, then suddenly you have a whole newfound appreciation for whatever that thing may be. I hope that's making sense. So really communicating these things, because what I'm seeing here is that you have a bias in regard to maybe what you bring to the table, and that you may come to find, if you communicate with this person, that it's not so imbalanced as you might have thought. Clarified by the Seven of Voices and Temperance. That's your so your bias here, yeah, is the amount the amount of work that you're putting in. you want harmony and balance, but there's some sort of betrayal here. You feel betrayed by something, some sort of imbalance, and so that's a bias that you really need to go. It's again, Praise light, stepping into the light and seeing the objective truth instead of the subjective truth. So the subjective truth would be for you. The objective truth would take in account everybody involved. So your partner. Your guidance here, though, is the Three of Pentacles. Effort, teamwork, collaboration, working together, co-collaborative effort, co-collaborative solutions, inviting the other in for finding a solution, working together to find a solution, using I feel statements instead of you statements, you always, you never, avoid always and never. Say I feel, state how you feel, state your needs, identify the need below the criticism. Instead of criticizing somebody, really go backwards and actually just ask for what you need. So instead of you never do, da da da, say, I really appreciate it when da-da-da gets done, and I would like to talk to you about that and see if we could set up a thing where maybe this could be facilitated. See, you invite them in, you drop the defenses, you're not accusing them, you're co-collaborating with each other to find a solution. And I think once you guys work together, Three of Pentacles, and are able to do this, look at this, Ace of Voices, which is the Ace of Swords. Clarity, breakthrough, seeing each other for who you really are, for how you really show up, and each of you has this newfound appreciation for each other. At the bottom of the deck here, there's going to be some sort of reconciliation here, reunion, some sort of coming together, gathering. It looks like it's the what you're traversing is this period of feeling defeated, feeling just really down on each other, maybe largely unsupportive of each other. You're reconciling this break that has happened. So that's really good energy to have. Let's get some inner guidance messages for Taurus here. Alrighty, inner guidance for Taurus. Go deeper. Yeah, so look a little deeper. It's not always on the surface, and it's not the external conflict that's happening. Empower self. Forgive yourself, empower yourself when you're letting go of this. I am heard. If you communicate with your partner, I'm sure you will be heard. Look, like I said earlier, they have good energy. Move away from this hostile energy. Move away from accusations. Move away from criticizing. Move away from pointing the finger. Move toward communication in a healthy manner. And who am I? When we lose a big part of ourselves that we've identified with for so long, we start to wonder, who am I really? But that's the space, that empty space it leaves, is that space is for you to fill with all the things that really speak to you, really speak to your energy, really speak to your soul, the things that you are proud of. Because when you go deeper, you might start to find these pieces that are pretty shattered and broken, and you've never really addressed them. And those are the things you're projecting. So when you start to let go of those, you start to ask, who am I actually? If this part of me is no longer serving me, I feel empty now. And if that conflict wasn't the way I thought it was, I kind of am, my whole perception, you see how your perception can get rocked. But this is when you begin to move away from these things and start to find out and fill that space with the things that really empower you, make you feel, alive, essentially. What fuels you? What gives you that drive, motivation, and what are you grateful for? Fill the space with those things: time, people, hobbies, whatever it may be, and communicate with your partner. And you guys, it looks like you guys are really going to feel heard by each other and find this new sense of the connection, a new sense of love within the connection from working together on collaborative, solution-oriented approaches to conflicts. Okay, so Taurus, that's all I have for you today. I really hope it helped. Thank you.
Feel like we've reached a crossroads. Ooh, don't you hate them ultimatums? But we need a revelation to save us. Stuck in the moment, it seems. The more I think, the more I don't know. I'm looking for a sign.